Lancia Belna Eclipse by Pourtout 1934. 35 bhp, 1196 cc V4 engine, 4-speed manual transmission, fully independent front suspension with coil springs, solid rear axle with semi-elliptic leaf springs, and 4-wheel drum brakes. Wheelbase, 2,642 mm. As the old saying goes, truth is stranger than fiction. It is hard to believe that some of the most beautiful French automobiles of the classic era were designed by a dentist after hours, and it is even harder still to believe that that same dentist went on to be a hero of the French resistance, dying for his country's liberty. Yet, that is the tale of Georges Belin, and therefore, it is the tale of this Lancia, which was drawn by his hand. Belin was a pioneer of aerodynamic design and new ideas in coach building, with the most prominent one being the world's first retractable hardtop, which he dubbed Eclipse. This simple system, essentially a svelte one-piece hardtop that unbuckled at the windshield frame, was inspired by the sight of a neighbor attempting to erect his convertible's soft top in the rain. The reverse-hinged rear deck could be raised and the hardtop would slide back under it, which was counterbalanced by a pair of long elastic bands. It was a process so simple that two men could complete it in moments and one, operating carefully, could do it in an emergency, taking mere seconds. In its simplicity and swiftness of operation, the Eclipse top, which would be utilized mainly by French coach builder Marcel Pourtout and in limited production by Peugeot, was an improvement over the later mechanized hardtops produced by Ford in the 1950s. Unfortunately, the future of Belin's patented designs was largely stymied by the outbreak of World War II. He was persuaded to join the resistance, passing secrets along to agents who would come into his dental office. When his cell was discovered, he elected not to flee to England, knowing that to do so would sacrifice others in his place. Belin was captured by the Germans, and on March 21, 1942, he was executed before a firing squad. In his pocket was found a note to his wife: "I love you, do not avenge me." One of the survivors of this tale is this striking Lancia, which is one of only two known that wears the Pourtout-built Eclipse coachwork. The other example survives, in pieces, in the Netherlands. The example here was built on a French-manufactured Belna chassis, and it was discovered by its present owner, respected American enthusiast John Moy, in the ownership of Dr. Eugene Nobles Jr., in Memphis, Tennessee. According to Mr. Noble's daughter, the car had been purchased in Spain via British dealer Bundy Scott Moncrief, under British registration 338 LVK, and it was shipped back to the United States via New Orleans. Letters on file indicate that Dr. Nobles had enjoyed the car with his family for some years and that it had only been sold to clear space in the barn for his daughter's wedding. Mr. Moore's favored restorer, David Steinman of Waitsfield, Vermont, restored the car beautifully, applying black and bright yellow paint and finishing the interior in genuine ostrich skin, complete with fitted ostrich bags behind the seats. The missing Art Deco bumpers were carefully recreated, and such wonderful features as the rack and pinion window mechanisms and delicately curved door handles were lovingly restored. In the engine compartment are the original plates, which identify the designer and bodymaker,